Hi, I hope the semester is getting off to a good start and you've survived the first couple of weeks. What I'm going to do is spend a few minutes explaining to you how the headline assignment actually works. So first of all, you're going to find your article. You're going to give me a summary of the article. Tell me what good or service is being discussed. Make sure you're being very specific. Tell me where you got the article from and who wrote it. All right. And then the second thing is, has there been a change in the supply or demand? So remember, we talk, is it a change in expectations? Is it a change in taste and preferences? Is it a change in income? Is it substitutes or complements? And then when you have a change in supply, you're going to be asking yourself, is it a change in resources, availability of resources, cost of resources? Is it a change in technology? Is it a change in number of sellers? All right, so you figure that out. So it's either supply or it's demand, okay? And then what you're going to do next is you're going to draw your graph. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you exactly, roughly what the graph should look like. So here's an example, okay? A tequila shortage could be on the horizon. Okay, that would help if I could actually show you the headline. All right, so a tequila shortage could be on the horizon. It's from Chris Morris from the Fortune magazine from this year. So he says, a warning, agave shortage. For those who don't know, agave is pretty much the main ingredient that's used to make tequila. So just like bread is the main, or flour, bread, whatever is the main ingredient for pizza, agave is used for tequila. So the question then is, which curve is going to shift? Is it supply or demand? Well, if you think about it being raw material, right, then it's going to be supply. All right? So let's go ahead and draw the graph and see what it should look like. So make sure you always start off with the letter L. All right? This is your y-x-axis, so price is going to go on the y, and quantity is going to go on the x. Then what you're going to do next is you're going to draw the letter X. Pretty simple, right? You're going to label the portion that's going up towards the sky as your supply curve, and the portion that's going down is your demand curve. You're going to put a dot in the middle, and remember that's called equilibrium, right? And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to call this PE and quantity E. So this is where we are before there's a shortage of agave. So when you're drawing this graph, what we're going to say is we're going to assume that the markets are in equilibrium. So if the price is going to change, something's going to happen to supply or demand. So now what we're going to realize is that there is going to be a shortage of the agave, which means there's going to be less tequila produced, okay? So we know that the tequila is going to go down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have arrows going to the left. And what that indicates is there's a reduction in something, right? So as you know, the x-axis is also kind of like a number line. So anytime I have something moving to the left, I'm indicating a decrease. If it's going to the right, then it's an increase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift my supply curve to indicate that something has happened. And now we have a new outcome, all right? So what is the new outcome? Well, the new outcome is the new equilibrium here. So let's call this E1. Let's call this E. So now what's happened is we have a higher price, call this P1, and we have a lower quantity. So as we'd expect, not only is there less tequila being sold, but the price has gone up and the quantity has gone down. So essentially what happens is when the supply goes down, there's going to be shortage or surplus. There's going to be a shortage. When there's a shortage, right, the price is going to go down and also go up. And then consumers, we play our part because remember, based on the law of demand, if the price goes up, what are consumers going to do? They're going to buy less. All right, so now that is our equilibrium. I'm going to show you another one really quickly. All right, if I can find it. This one says, as demand for used cars increases, so does the equilibrium price. So let's try this one. So what do you guys think is going to happen? All right, price quantity. S, D. The biggest mistake people make is they label the curves incorrectly. They put the S on the wrong curve. So we got equilibrium, price. Now, original equilibrium, what's going to happen? For whatever reason, demand for used cars is going up. Okay. So now we have a new demand. We call this demand 1. And we've got a higher price. And we've got a higher quantity. Right? So essentially what happens is demand goes up. Right? There's now going to be a shortage at the original price. And then price is going to go up. And remember, now what's going to happen is, as we know already from the karaoke activity, that as the price goes up, sellers are going to increase more, so there's going to be an increase in the quantity. I hope this makes sense. I look forward to your presentations. And you can come in and do them in person or do them online. Thank you.